Hello everyone, this is Frickshow. This is going to be my build video for Scrapper World vs World roaming, dueling and small scale combat. In this video we will be going over gear, traits, utilities and matchups against other classes that you will be facing in World vs World. I hope this video answers the questions that people have been having about my build and my playstyle. Let's begin. We use 3 pieces of Marauder's armor on our headpiece, chest and leggings. The remaining 3 pieces are Berserkers, shoulders, arms and boots. We have a superior rune of durability for extra toughness, wound duration, vitality and for a source of resistance. Our hammer is Cavalier's. We use superior sigil of concentration to further boost our wounds and superior sigil of air to give us extra bursting capability. Our back piece is Marauders. The earrings we use Berserker Valkyrie, the rings are Berserker Valkyrie as well, and our amulet finally is Berserker Valkyrie. For food buffs we use Furious Sharpening Stones and Fried Golden Dumplings. With this our stats become as follows: 2300 power, 2644 armor, almost 20k HP, 40% critical chance, 218% critical damage and 60% wound duration. It's important to note that superior sigil of concentration will boost our wound duration up to 93% on weapon swap. The specialization lines that we are using are Inventions, Alchemy and Scrapper. Automatic medical response recharges all of our heal skills when we are struck when we are below 25% HP threshold. Mechalex give us flat 25% movement speed increase and reduces the incoming movement impairing conditions by 33%, allowing us to catch up to our targets a lot better. Bunker Down creates proximity mine and a medkit at our location when we critically hit an enemy. Proximity mines creating some extra pressure and medkits give us extra sustain when we need it. Protection Injection gives us protection when we are CC'd on a 5-second internal cooldown. Self-regulating defenses makes us invulnerable when we are hit while we are below 25% HP threshold. It's important to note that automatic medical response activates at the same threshold as self-regulating defenses, so when we exit the passive invulnerability that we get from self-regulating defenses, we will have our heal skill for us to use. HGH makes our elixirs grant us might. They have reduced recharge and increased duration. It's important to note that HGH also affects our passive trait elixirs from self-regulating defenses and Hidden Flask, boosting their effectiveness. Perfectly Weighted gives us flat 10% damage increase on hammer and gives us stability on dodge on 8-second internal cooldown. Rapid Regeneration gives us another form of sustain by giving us HP when we have swiftness and super speed on 1-second internal cooldown. Applied Force gives us quickness when you gain might when you are above the threshold. This gives us about 5 seconds of might every single time we are about 10 stacks of might. For the utilities, my healing skill is Healing Turret, which gives us a reliable source of a healing, a Blast Finisher, 2 really good water fields, and extra Condy Cleanse. For the elixir, I use either Elixir U, Elixir B, or Elixir C. Elixir U gives us lots of quickness and might or fury. It's also a stun break. The tossed Elixir U creates either Wall of Reflection or Thief Smoke Wall, which can be used with combo finishers to give us stealth. Elixir B will give us Fury, Might, Retaliation and Swiftness. Also, the Toolbelt skill Toss Elixir B will give us 3 stacks of stability on 20-second cooldown. When fighting condition classes, Elixir C will convert all the conditions that we have to random boons, and the Toss Elixir C will also convert 2 boon conditions into boons for more extra Condy Cleanse. For the gyro, we either have Bulwark Gyro which reduces the incoming damage by 33%, and the Tool Belt skill gives us a reflective dome around us for 5 seconds on 25% 25-second cooldown. When fighting condition classes, I use Purge Gyro to clear 2 conditions every 3 seconds for 15 seconds. The kit that I'm using is either Elixir or Toolkit. Elixir gives us a way to pressure targets from far away, and also gives us a reliable source of weakness from Tranquilizer Dart. We can have Poison on the enemy healing skills from Fumigate, another Blast Finisher and Power Spike from Acid Bomb, and extra Condi Cleanse and Sustain from Super Elixir. The Tool Belt skill from Elixir is also a Stun Break. When fighting warriors, I use Toolkit. Toolkit gives us a form of Cripple, a good Power Spike from Prybar, an additional block on low cooldown, and a good CC in a form of Pull. The elite skill that I'm using is Sneak Gyro. The other elite skills are not really worth mentioning. Sneak Gyro gives us 4 seconds of stealth every 3 seconds if we stay inside the Sneak Gyro. Let's talk about matchups. Our 2 hardest matchups by far are Warrior and Revenant. These 2 classes have a really good Power Spike, and they can rotate with their weapon skills a lot more effectively than we do. Versus Warriors, I recommend using Toolkit, Elixir B, and Bulwark Gyro to give you sustain and stability versus their CC, reduced damage, and an extra block versus Warriors. For versus Revenants, I would recommend you to play Quickness and the Reflections to reflect the Sword 2 and keep on pushing them with strong Quickness spamming. Versus Guardians, you should not have problems, to be honest. If they play a longbow, you have 2 reflects that you can use. They will also not have enough damage to push through your Bulwark Gyro and your healing skills. And if things get sticky, you can always stealth yourself with Sneak Gyro. Engineer and Druid are two matchups that usually don't go anywhere. Versus Engineers and Druids who know what they're doing, those duels will never ever end, because both of these classes don't have enough damage to kill each other, and they usually have enough sustain and bunkering capabilities to make the duel last forever. The best bet to beat these 2 classes would be to play Quickness and just try to surprise them with your DPS. Versus Thieves, your best bet is to play Elixir and spam them with Tranquilizer Darts. Thieves cannot handle the continuous spam and the healing that you have as a Scrapper and damage mitigation, so the Elixir on its own counters Thieves pretty hard. Do keep in mind that you don't need to engage, chase Thieves. You can just wait for them to engage on you, for example camping on Acid Bomb and your healing skills from Super Elixir. For the light armored classes, Elementalist really doesn't do anything to you. You should have more DPS than Elise do when you have Quickness, and you can sustain their DPS and just keep on pushing until they are dead. Versus Necromancer and Mesmer, if these 2 classes are playing power, they should prove they shouldn't be a problem to you. You have 2 blocks to counter their power spikes, and you can just always push and whittle them down easily. If Necromancers and Mesmers are playing Condition, however, I would suggest you to play the following setup of Elixir C, Purge Gyro, and Elixir Gun to counter all the Condi pressure that they have, and just keep pushing until they are dead. If you have any questions, leave those in the comments below, and I hope this helped you guys out. I'll see you guys in the World vs. World later. Peace.